So here's how to edit captions in Kaltura. So you go to the Brightspace homepage and then click on My Media, and this is where all of your Kaltura videos are stored. And after you upload a video, especially from Zoom, it will automatically create a transcript. The Zoom one comes over um, with the video file. But you can also order transcripts order captions from Kaltura. So you can download the transcript file. So I'm going to click on that and just download this to my desktop. And it saves it as just a TXT text file. And if you open this up, this is actually kind of hard to work in. So what I prefer to do, Microsoft Word, and I'll do open and browse, and I'll go to my desktop. And if it's only looking for Word documents and you don't see the transcript file, just click this and change this to all files. And here's the transcript that I just downloaded. So it needs to encode this into text that can be edited, and it comes in as Courier New. So I'm just gonna do Control Alt to select everything, change the font to Times New Roman so it's a little bit easier to read on the screen. Just give myself a little bit more line spacing too so it's easier to read. Now, this came in as one big long paragraph, which is going to be difficult to work with. So, and it's got the name of the speaker in there, and to keep participants confidential, you want to change that. So what I do is I do Control C to copy it, and then I go to editing on the home tab and replace, and I'm going to replace that with participant : and I want to put a paragraph break before that participant too. So I'm going to go to more here, and I'm going to go to special, and I'm going to put a paragraph mark in there. So then I'll do replace all, and I can see now I've got, oh, and I forgot to put a space after it. So let's change that. I'm going to go to replace all, and now I'm going to replace participant with participant space and replace all, and there we go. That works a lot better. So it didn't put me on a new line though, so I'm going to copy me too, and I'll grab that space and I'll make sure to put it in here too. And I'll change, oh, actually I'll change this to interviewer space. And again, I want to put that paragraph break before there. So paragraph mark, replace all, and then I hit OK, and now everything is on its own paragraph. Still a little bit challenging to read, so I'm going to do Control A to select all, and I'm going to go to the paragraph dialog box here, and under special I'm going to do a hanging indent at 1 inch, and I'll make sure that the left and right margins stay at 0, and hit OK, and now I can see how everything wraps around here. But it's not all nice and neat. So what you would have to do is just hit tab to move everything over, and instead of doing all of that at once, you can use, you guessed it, you can use find and replace. So I'm going to copy the colon and the space and do find and replace, and I'm going to replace that with the semicolon and then the tab. And then I'm going to replace all of them, start from the beginning. There we go. And now I can see that this is lined up a whole lot better. So this is easier to go ahead and edit. Last thing I have to make sure I do is do File Save As, and make sure I save this as a Word document, not plain text, so that it keeps all of that formatting. And I'll go put that on my desktop again. And now I have a transcript.docx. Then to go ahead and edit this with the video, then I shrink down the size of this window so that I can have it on one half of my screen. And then I shrink down the size of the video here so that I can have them side by side. Makes it a little bit easier to see these two side by side so that I could play the video. And when I'm in this window, I can use the space bar to pause and play the video. I can also use my right and left arrows to rewind and fast forward 5 seconds. So this is helpful if you missed what they said. You can just hit the left arrow to play it again. You do have to be in this window has to be active to do that. So instead of clicking back and forth between them, what I often do is Alt and Tab, and that will switch you between windows, making one of them the active window so that you can use those keyboard shortcuts. So that's how you can edit the transcript in Microsoft Word, but I actually like to edit it right in Kaltura. And to do that, I'll go down below the video. I'll go to Actions and Edit. And then I'll go to Captions. And it shows the Zoom one here. I did also order Kaltura captions. And it looks like it's not quite as accurate. So I'm going to go ahead and select the Zoom one. And I'm going to do Edit Captions here. And that opens up the closed caption editor. So here I have the video right in the screen along with the captions. And again, I can do the find and replace. So I could copy that and I could do replace this with participant. Make sure I do that space and I'll do replace. And now it's gone through all of them and made them participant. And I can do the same thing here. Take my name and replace with interviewer :space. And now those are all updated. So I'll just play the video and it's showing me it's highlighting the one that is being spoken at the time. And then I just pause and I go in here and I make my edits and then just keep playing. And when I'm done, I just hit save and I'll say yes. And then I'll go back and that takes me back to the edit screen. I'm going to go back to captions again. And then here I can download this caption file. And this time it downloads it as a VTT file. And I'll want to open in Microsoft Word. So I'll open from Word instead of the notepad, which makes it more difficult to read. And then in Word, I'll go to open and then browse for it. And I'll make sure I have all files selected. And then I'll go to my desktop and there's the Zoom transcript. I'll hit open. And again, it needs to format it. And then I'll hit OK. And here it's got the timestamps in it. So if I needed that information for some particular reason, this is what the formatting of the VTT file looks like. So the captions are the VTT file. They're a little bit different than the transcript, which just includes the text of who's speaking. So, and then these segments are also numbered too, so it might make it a little bit easier for you to analyze your data. So if you didn't want this version and you wanted to download the, I would just go back to the video page and then I'll show my transcript and you can see it's been edited here so that now it says participant and interviewer, and then I would download this and again it downloads as a text file and I would say this on my desktop and I would have to go through that same process in Word where I open, browse to my desktop and open this transcript. And again, I'll have to do that same formatting that I did last time, but at least all of the words that are spoken would be correct this time.